What's your uptime like on your global cooldowns? Are you using your bursts correctly? Are you missing OGCDs? Trying to improve in MMOs without logs is like when Goku initially tried to fight Frieza. Parsing is how we stop guessing and reach Super Saiyan. ACT is a god. It's a program that reads all of our game's battle stats and organizes it in a way that we can read it. There's only one issue with that. Mods are against the user agreement. However, Yoshi-P has come out and given some information on this stance, and it's a little bit of a gray area. They don't want mods that impact the core game, its services, or the intended game design in a negative manner. But, and here's the good part, he personally sees no reason to track down or investigate gamers for the general use of mods, provided they are not negatively impacting the core game as mentioned above.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
And this is why a lot of people that use mods like ACT don't necessarily get banned as long as they don't talk about it.
The first rule of mod club is you do not talk about
mod
club.
He also did another interview where he actually went more in detail specifically on mods like ACT, saying that he doesn't want people to use these mods against other people as a form of harassment, like getting on to people by telling them that basically their DPS sucks. He points out that this is harassment and will lead to a penalty. He says that essentially ACT is just a calculator and that technically you could just calculate all of this stuff that ACT is doing manually by going through the battle log and get the same results, but even technically a calculator is a third-party tool. He even mentions that even Discord is as well. The important part is to not damage other players' gaming experience, and they're much more concerned about mods that can take away money from the company, like complete game-altering mods that can change your character completely, or even mods that are completely inappropriate because they reveal a lot of your character. That being said, the rest of this video is completely for educational purposes, not an endorsement. Third-party tools are against terms of service. These are not instructions. I'm not responsible for what you do with your computer. And remember to never harass people about their DPS. So let's say hypothetically that you do want to install ACT to improve as a player, and you would be very kind to and never harass others. Here's how you would do it hypothetically. What we would do is go to the ACT website and then click on the setup download link here. Once it downloads, we could open up our download folder or just click it directly. It will ask you for the destination folder. We can put this anywhere. I like to have it here because it helps me stay more organized in the future. So pick a place and hit next, and then just hit install. Hit close when it's done, and now it's installed. We can see on our desktop or in our start menu. Go ahead and open it up. We'll go through the startup wizard, hit next. Under the parsing plugin section, click here to choose a plugin, and we're all Chads here, so we're gonna hit the FF14 one. Then hit download enable plugin. Once it's done, hit OK. Then next, hit yes on this prompt here. Check mark this auto load box here. Hit next again. You can apply a dark mode here if you want, otherwise hit close. Go to the plugins tab, and to get more plugins, we hit get plugins here. We want the overlay plugin, so hit that and hit download and enable. Now we see more plugin files here and then more options here. Go into the overlay plugin.dll, click on event settings here, and we want to hit the end act encounter after wipe. This is so that when we're doing a raid and we start wiping a million times, it logs each fight separately. We also want to enable this one because this will automatically end an encounter once we get out of combat. Now let's go into options and let's hit minimize ACT to a tray icon. This is so that when we minimize it, it'll go here into our little tray, and then we can just open that up later. That way we can keep this out of the way. Remember to always open up ACT before FF14. Now let's just hit this dummy for like 30 seconds, and when we look back into ACT, hell yeah, baby! Be proud of yourself because you have your first log ever. Hypothetically, of course. This is great, but we need to see it in a more legible format. Come to FFLogs.com. This is a website and application that uses ACT and converts that data into something more easily readable. Click on download client. All we need is the FFLogs uploader. Hit your OS, open it in downloads, or just click it. And now we're going to install FFLogs. Once it pops up, we'll hit next. Again, you can hit install or change the folder. I'm going to put mine in the same folder I made earlier to keep it organized, and we'll hit install. Hit this to run it for the first time and hit finish. Live log is if we're going into a fight. Upload a log is if we're already done with the fight. So mostly we'll be going with upload a log. On the upload a log tab here, we're going to hit the choose button to select a log that we want to upload. In the future, as we get more experience, we may want to select certain logs. But if you're new and just trying to keep things simple and you're just uploading a log that you just recently did, then just go with the one with the latest date in the name of the file. Select the log that you want and hit open. Under here, just select your region and then public, private, or unlisted. We can change these later if needed, so don't stress about that, and hit go, baby. And then we're gonna hit view report. Click on that fight. Once we start doing higher end content with other players, to find your parse rate number, select the fight that you want to know the parse for, and then go into damage done here, and then the parse percent will be down here to the left. The parse percentage number that you have will match with a parse ranking color system. Sweet, so now we know how to get our parse, but if you're really new, you need something a little bit more straightforward. FFXIV will tell us all of our GCD downtime. It'll give you tips on how to improve, tell you your uptime, identify your OGCDs, and give you an entire timeline of every single skill that you used during that entire fight. To use it, all we need is the link from the main fight that we got from FFLogs. Grab that link, go back in that FFXIV and paste that here to analyze. Remove kills only because we can't kill a dummy, and select the fight, select your character. Obviously this was a test, but it will tell us exactly what we should be doing. Now this is how we dramatically improve our performance. It also gives you direct links to your class's guides. Being able to parse and identify exactly what you need to improve on is just absolutely incredibly helpful. Parsing is one of those things that sounds scary, but it's way easier than you think. It lets you turn "I think I messed up" into "here's exactly what to fix." And remember, just one small change from a log review can be way more valuable than doing 10 more pulls. Progress comes from feedback, and parsing just makes the feedback honest. And keep in mind that everyone starts with messy logs. The goal isn't an orange parse. The goal is better than last week. If you care about getting better, logs are one of the best tools we have available, of course, hypothetically. Remember that we can look at anybody's logs that's uploaded it here, including some of the best raiders out there. Just pour over their stats, and even if you just learn one thing, then you're already massively improving. If we don't want to start up acts every time we open up the game, we can set it as a startup app when we first boot up our computer. It's not a standard option, so what we need to do is press the Windows and then R key, and then type in shell:startup. This will give us a folder we can put in other apps to start up when Windows starts. Now we can go back to that shortcut and put that shortcut in that folder. Additionally, we can right click it, open up properties, and in the target field here, at the very end of the text, add a space and then -minimize. This will start up the program minimized and out of the way, and since we have it minimized to tray in our settings, when we start up our computer, we won't even notice it boot up, and it will remain completely out of the way in our system tray. Remember, you don't even need to be parsing yourself in order to see your parse, as long as one person in your group is doing it for you. As long as you have that FFLogs link, you can find out how to improve. Guys, thank you so much for watching my video. Don't forget to like the video on your way out, and have a fantastic rest of your week. Don't forget to grind harder, baby. Let's go!